And now I pass the floor to Father Rigobert Minani, who has a video which we will be showing now, and then he will conclude with his proposals.
I knew that I will speak among the last so that you are not tired. I will show a 10-minute video and then I will conclude in 5 minutes.
Le bassin du Congo est le bassin versant du fleuve Congo en Afrique. Il couvre 4 millions de kilomètres carrés avec 230 millions d'hectares de forêts tropicales. Les prospectivistes estiment que si le scénario tendanciel démographique se poursuit, la population devrait doubler dans le bassin d'ici à 2035, entraînant une aggravation de la pression sur la forêt, éventuellement exacerbée par le dérèglement climatique. Le bassin du Congo peut être compris comme, d'une part, le bassin hydrographique du fleuve Congo qui s'étend sur 10 pays d'Afrique centrale: Angola, Burundi, Cameroun, Gabon, République centrafricaine, République du Congo, Guinée équatoriale, République démocratique du Congo, Rwanda et Tanzanie. Et, d'autre part, le bassin forestier qui concerne 6 pays: le Cameroun, la Centrafrique, le Congo, la République démocratique du Congo, le Gabon et la Guinée équatoriale. Le bassin du Congo est le deuxième plus grand bassin fluvial du monde, après celui de l'Amazonie. Il est contigu à celui du Nil. Comme le bassin amazonien, il abrite une forêt tropicale dense, les plus riches du monde en biodiversité. Et comme ces bassins, il est en cours de déforestation du fait, notamment de l'exploitation agricole, forestière, minière et des hydrocarbures, ainsi que de la consommation du bois de chauffe par les populations. La forêt du bassin du Congo est un réservoir exceptionnel de biodiversité où l'exploitation forestière, industrielle et artisanale est une des causes majeures de la déforestation, de la dégradation des forêts et de la pauvreté de communautés locales. Cette forêt est en même temps l'une des sources principales des devises pour les pays du bassin, avec sa formidable biodiversité constituée d'innombrables espèces végétales et d'emblématiques espèces animales, dont certaines en voie de disparition: éléphants, gorilles, okapis, léopards, pangolins géants, etc. Le braconnage et les commerces illicites d'espèces et de produits fauniques protégés constituent des menaces parmi tant d'autres sur la faune exceptionnelle du bassin du Congo. La faune aviaire du bassin du Congo est l'une des plus diversifiées de la planète. La déforestation, les feux de brousse, le braconnage, les commerces illicites d'espèces protégées et le non-respect du quota cité participent à l'extinction des oiseaux. Le réseau hydrographique du bassin du Congo, avec son extraordinaire potentiel énergétique, représente plus de 50% de réserves d'eau des surfaces et plus de 25% des ressources en eau renouvelable intérieure de l'Afrique. Malheureusement, menacée par la population de l'industrie extractive et celle des déchets ménagers et plastiques. Dans ces vastes espaces extraordinaires, nantis par la nature, se dresse pourtant l'immense défi de la sauvegarde de la maison commune et du développement intégral. En effet, à cause de l'exploitation agricole, forestière, minière ou des hydrocarbures ou de la conservation de la nature, des populations sont diminuées, discriminées et délocalisées dans un espace qui génère des fortunes colossales. Sur les plans économiques, il y a un défi de conciliation du devoir de sauvegarde de la maison commune face à l'exigence du développement humain intégral et la lutte contre la pauvreté. Que faire pour faire croître le budget des pays couverts des forêts tropicales en vue de répondre aux besoins de création des infrastructures, y compris les infrastructures de l'énergie et de voies de communication et de la fourniture des services sociaux de base? La réponse à cette question semble opposer les préoccupations économiques aux préoccupations environnementales. La préservation des aires protégées se bute aux besoins d'exploitation des ressources minières ou pétrolières qui s'y trouvent, mais aussi au braconnage. La préservation des forêts se bute à l'agriculture itinérante pour couvrir les besoins en nourriture, mais aussi à la coupe du bois des chauffes et à la fabrication des braises pour couvrir le besoin en énergie, surtout dans les milieux urbains. Dans les volets environnementaux, l'extraction des ressources naturelles n'est pas exempte de la pollution des terres, des eaux et de l'air. Dans les milieux urbains, la gestion des déchets ménagers constitue un grand défi dans presque toute la ville, dont l'extension ne répond pas souvent aux normes urbanistiques. La gestion des déchets fait face au déficit de l'éducation de la population et à la responsabilité de l'État dans la planification, l'aménagement des territoires, l'encadrement de l'administration et la gestion des taxes relatives à la gestion de l'environnement. Par ailleurs, la création et la conservation des aires protégées semblent ne pas tenir compte des besoins vitaux des populations riveraines dont l'économie ménagère dépend du supermarché forêt.
Thank you very much. We decided to stop it because it is 19 minutes. So those who want to have it, they can get it free tomorrow if you come for in our pilgrimage that we'll have in the piazza there of Casa Comune. So we are giving you free and other documents from Africa. So let me go to the proposals because that's what they've asked me. You've seen the context, you've seen the problems. So what can we do? What are our propositions? The first thing for us it is how can we raise awareness on the continent? I should say that despite all the problems you've seen in this video, the question of climate change is still not very understood on the continent, just because of the poverty. So how do we link the question of fighting the poverty and the fighting for climate change? This is one of the elements. Second one, it is how do we disseminate information, knowledge on the role of protecting the forests? And there, I think I can meet this link between the science and the actions. Last time we were in Malawi, and we learned from our universities that you cannot plant the trees everywhere and every time. And you need to choose what kind of tree you want to plant. Most of the people who came to help us to plant trees, they'll come with what they call exotic trees. And sometimes they will empty the water. So to go to the knowledge of indigenous people and be able to have the trees, good trees in good place for the good of the population, it's not so easy. The third element is the commitment of the church itself. Our dream it was that in this synod, the question of ecology will be in the mainstream of the synod. We tried to have a good delegation of African bishops for the synod, and we were part of the preparation till almost at the end when our people were not taken, I should say. So we brought some of our bishops. Tomorrow you can meet them if you come to our pilgrimage. I'm inviting you to come to our pilgrimage tomorrow at Casa Comune in Repam, where we have a number of bishops coming from these countries that I quoted there, from Cameroon, from Congo Brazzaville, from Kinshasa, from Central Republic, where they're trying to say what they're living truly on the ground. So the church itself, despite that the Laudato Si is out, it's not something that is known. It's maybe among the clergy, and then I cannot guarantee that. But among the faithful, you don't have good knowledge on the question of Laudato Si. I think that this is one of the way of trying to push the agenda of fighting climate change. And then the first point, the first proposal, it is to promote and consolidate youth engagement. Sometimes when I see the movement of youth outside, I wonder how the African they can join them. We have endless numbers of movement of youth trying to do their best, but there is many challenges for them to have their voice be voiced. So how can we do like that? And we have all the economic problems around that. These are things I discussed with some of my colleagues who were before me here. So these are the four points I wanted to point. But for international community, For those who were in COP21, you know that there were a number of promises that was given. I was there with, we were together in Paris, and there were promises of $100 billion to be shares in poor countries so that we can help protect our forests, but also develop actions for climate change. Till today, they don't come back to these promises anymore. And last time I was in Katowice, no one was talking about that. I hope that maybe in Lima we'll have some people retaking their agenda. Anyway, we've managed to talk to the Vatican team, say that if we are in a situation where people have to choose between living or destroying the forest, they will decide to live. And this is one of the challenges we have on the ground. So the question of supporting poor countries to be part of the effort of fighting for climate change, it's something that has to be done, and the promises were not fulfilled. And then one of the things I suffer from it is all what I can call a kind of marginalization of Africa. Last time you could see there were big mobilization on the fire in Amazon, in Brazil. And a colleague of mine, I don't know if it was Jamie or someone on our network, because we are a network of people working, our boss is there, sent me a picture. They said, do you know that in Africa there is more fire than in Latin America? And no one is speaking about that. So we are in a situation where we find ourselves in a kind of media shadow, and where no one is taking care of. Even in Vatican, I can tell you, we tried our best to be part of the synod. We've been part of the preparations. At the end of the day, we were people, not only myself, even the Asian people were not invited. Anyway, and beside that, we have other challenges that I want to voice, and I wanted to think, my dream it was that if the African bishops come on the synod, they will push the agenda on that agenda. In the synod, people are talking about the violence. And when they speak about the violence caused by the minings, they will speak about the people who have been killed, they'll speak about the martyrs inside there. And I was very surprised that they don't say anything about the violence caused by the same minings producing war and crisis on the continent. In Congo, DR Congo, we've been in war for more than 15 years, and it's a war that was fueled by the minings. In Central Republic, till today, we know that the war going there, even if they put it under the umbrella of religion, there is no religion in the conflict there. It's a matter of having access to diamond and the gold and no one is speaking about that. This is one of the things I think we have to bring on board if we want to have a big picture. And that's why, for me, not having Africans in the synod, it's for the church, they're losing a lot. The other problem is that the forest in Africa, it is in a very different situation if you consider in Latin America. And my colleague Mauricio, who comes time to time to Africa with me, he knows that. We have two deserts, in the north and the south. And desert is coming down. From the north, the Sahara is coming down, and the Kalahari is coming up. So most of the rainforest, the rain coming from Africa, coming from the Congo Basin. So if it continues like that, we are reducing all our possibility of rain. And so the consequences will be very big. There is a very old program that has been forgotten by everybody that was a kind of green wall that was supposed to be put in the Sahel regions so that it can help the Congo Basin. And I don't hear about that. I don't know if Jeremy has followed. In our group, we never had people involved in that. So my new president, the new president of SECAM, is from Burkina Faso, and he told me we have to voice that, because if there is no any support on the Congo Basin forest, at the end of the day, we'll have the desert also in the center of Africa. And if there is the Congo Basin forest doesn't play its role in the world, even the Amazon will not sustain. It's clear. We came with some of scholars, and he told us that with what is happening today in Latin America, with government like Bolsonaro, if it continues like that, all the weight of the sustaining the question of rain, it will be in Congo Basin. So then I don't understand why are we marginalized. I don't understand why people they don't talk about that. I don't understand why we are not invited on the table. So the REBAC, the Ecclesial Network for Congo Basin Forest, it's one of the initiatives of the church that we are trying to push to be present on the table. And I should say that we've been doing our effort as networks, not as church people, as networks, to put together the Amazon with REPAM, and we have good relation, good communication with them. We wanted to have the Central African Network. They have started ahead, but they are not yet voiced. We were counting on the Asian. They've started also, but even Cardinal Tagle didn't see in the synod. So there is something happening there, even at the level of the church itself. Thank you very much. I think I've finished.